So I want to go more in detail on how he behaved towards me when we were kids because his his violence towards me when we were kids is a huge part of it played a huge part of my downfall. Like I considered myself at one point in time, a dancer, an athlete, a chef. I mean, I did a lot of things. I'm an artist, so it was a lot of things that I did that you know I was able to use artistic expression towards my career to help me make more money and to influence others to do what they love that makes them happy. But my brother was there was just a consistent pattern of my brother being physically violent towards me and ruining whatever plans, whatever career that I had set up for me, whether it was someone who was a professional who saw my potential and they were looking forward to doing business with me in the future, or if it was just I was going down a very successful path and my cards had been laid out for me. And my brother pretty much did some very heinous things to make sure that that I was not only unaccepted, but he did some very dirty, underhanded things to block me from being, financially successful. So let me start off with childhood stories. A lot of the memories that are resurfacing for me are elementary school. And these were, times where, we would all go outside for recess, or maybe this was like, summer enrichment programs, and we would just like, all have fun and play. But these most of the time there was just when we were kids and we would participate in an extracurricular activities. So I remember I used to just play any sport. If I was invited to play a sport by my friends or by the community, I would play as long as I was invited. So it'd be anything, but I'll start off with football. I remember a lot of times I was invited to go play football. Sometimes we play tackle football or flag football. Tag football. It really didn't matter. It's just as long as we didn't play rough and hurt each other, we got to play football a lot. And I just remember that my brother a lot of times he was the quarterback because that's what he liked to do. And a lot of the times he would just throw the football in areas of my body that were very painful. It was one time um, he threw a football at my throat. And I just remember at that time I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air. It was very painful because you know how like the football has like a very like sharp part of the football. Well, he threw the sharp part at the football at right at my throat, like right at the center of my throat. And I just remember I couldn't breathe and I couldn't speak for I don't it was probably almost about a week I couldn't talk because he threw the football at my throat so hard that honestly I barely remember the process of like I don't remember like if I had to like get medical attention. I really don't remember how that turned out. I just remember he threw the football as hard as he could at my throat, and I just fell to the ground on my knees, and I was gasping for air, and I was trying to get help. But a lot of people, I don't know if there was any witnesses. I don't think there was. Like nobody was paying attention. Nobody saw. He was very sneaky about how he did it. He made sure that nobody was paying attention. But he threw the football at my throat so hard that I was gasping for air. And when the pain kind of subsided a bit, I was able to get up and try to ask for help. But a lot of people didn't know what I was saying because I couldn't speak. And so they saw that my hand was on my throat, and I think they may have seen that my throat was extremely red, and they were asking me what happened, and I couldn't speak. And I just remember I couldn't tell people at the time what happened to me because I couldn't speak at all. And The only thing they could do was take me to the nurse's office. And after that, I really don't remember what happened. I just remember I just couldn't speak at all for a week because he threw the football so hard at my throat. And then there was one particular time where I was playing basketball because I was invited to play basketball. And I don't remember. I mean, I just remember that we were playing pretty hard. And next thing you know, my brother comes up behind me. And he kicks me so hard in the back of my knees that I couldn't even stand. Um, I don't know what, honestly, I really don't know what triggered him to do that. Like, I wasn't even, he wasn't even playing basketball at the time. So I really don't know why he kicked me that hard. But I just remember he was standing behind me, and there was two girls that were standing like on each side of his shoulder, and they were just laughing and giggling, and I just thought that they were just having a good time. I didn't know that. I assumed that they were making fun of me because of, the events that took place. But at the time, before he kicked me in the back of my knees, I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought, they were having fun. Sometimes me and my brother didn't always play together or in the same group. So I don't know. I was just playing basketball, having fun. And I just remember that I was standing there because I was like, waiting for, someone to pass me the ball. And next thing you know, my brother comes up behind me. He kicks me as hard as he can in the back of my knees. He kicked me really hard. Like really, really hard. He kicked me in one knee, and I was in so much pain that I grabbed my leg, like right below my knee, because I was in complete shock. And then next thing you know, unexpectedly, he kicks me in the back of my other knee, and it happened so fast that I couldn't stop him after he kicked me the first time because I was in so much pain. And I could hear my knees pop. Like when he kicked me in the back of my knees, like both of them popped. I don't know if it was dislocated. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But when he kicked me in the back of my knees, I was never able to run or walk the same. It was never the same for me. And this was in elementary school. I don't really remember exactly what grade. I think I might have been like in 4th or 5th grade. I'm not exactly sure. But he just kicked me so hard, and I just remember that the girls, they were laughing like from the whole point until when he kicked me. When he kicked me in the back of my knee the first time, I just heard the laughing just stop. It just like they just stopped laughing. And then he kicked me in the other knee, and I just remember it got quiet. And I just remember, I think one of the girls, I don't know which girl it was, but one of them was like, why did you kick her? Like, why'd you kick her like that? And that's the only thing I remember hearing. And my brother just stayed quiet. He didn't say anything. He just stayed quiet. And I really don't remember what happened after that, to be honest. I don't remember if I went to go see a nurse. I don't remember if I just got back up and just walked away, or I really don't remember. But I just remember I was on the floor for probably the rest of recess because my knees were hurting so bad. He kicked me so hard. I honestly thought that he broke my knees. Like, I thought he broke my legs.